In a very, very long time.
Welcome to What's Left podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network.
I can't afford Mountain Dew! Okay? The economy's rough right now! Obama!
Miners, I love miners.
And now, your hosts.
That's us, John, Jake, and Brad, Derealization Media. You guys, the Derealization Nation, making this thing happen, push us out in the algorithm. Like and subscribe and share and doing all the things that you do out there because the algorithm has not been showing us any love lately, but you have, and that's meant the fucking world. So thanks for all the memberships on Substack and on YouTube. We appreciate everything that you guys do so much. Really couldn't do it without you. All right, we got, there's an existential threat to humanity literally every minute of every day from different corners of the fucking universe. Everything is just like, but it's so, I think in a way it kind of allows these fucking billionaires, especially the AI billionaires, to just toss money back and forth to each other, fake money at that, on this made up fucking technology, and then scare people to death over it too. So we're going to talk a little bit about AI and some of the bullshit that these billionaires are doing right now. And I just think maybe we'll get to a little bit of like why it's not going to change, why it's not changing, I should say. So first of all, we all know that the attempt on the pedophile president's life was fake. So one of the uses that the internet found for AI was to enhance the shitty security footage that the White House released of Cole Allen charging past security allegedly. So here's this clip.
There's a really bad misconception that AI can enhance videos, but this is exactly why it can't. Trump posted an awful quality video the night of the correspondence dinner. It's literally 10 frames per second and worse quality than standard definition. So some frustrated influencers used AI to generate more pixels, and that video got a lot of views. They called it enhanced, but if you do the math, 90% of the pixels in this video are entirely made up. And now that the full quality authenticated video is out, we can see how wrong the generated version was. This officer is wearing a hat. A different officer is not wearing a hat. This man appears from nowhere with a sign in his mouth that disappears as he runs past a pillar. This man emerges from a door holding a weapon and runs through a metal detector. An officer with the word "ELD" aims his weapon and pivots. A Secret Service agent fires his weapon. Holy crossfire. You get the point. This happens because we are rewarding quick and bad information. That includes both the careless influencers who generated AI videos and the president for rushing out a trash video that did more harm than good. It took 5 days to get the full quality video, and I get it, but AI generated versions of real events are worthless and we need to treat them as such.
Amen. That was pretty fucking funny though. That cop literally just shot at other cops. That was so fucking wild. Wasn't even close.
Dude, that's like gun safety 101, like first day stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was fucking nuts. So you got these guys who insist that they are geniuses. So let's talk specifically a little bit more about Palantir. So first we're gonna talk, we've talked a lot about this guy before, but let's talk about Alex Karp a little bit. This video has a little bit of his background in it.
Alex Karp, the CEO of Palantir, aka a Dr. Robotnik, is one of the most powerful men in the world, and we keep being told how bloody clever he is. But is he? Let's pull out my grifter's microscope and have a little look, shall we? So your typical tech bro normally comes from an Ivy League computer science program, along with the words like brilliant, ahead of their time, and couldn't be contained. But not Karp. Karp was an anonymous student in Frankfurt writing a very non-technical, very waffly PhD called Aggression in the Life World, whatever the that means, who just wanted, in his own words, to move to Berlin and spend all day in bed. But that all changed when Satan's sugar daddy, aka Peter Thiel, plucked him from obscurity and handed him the reins of a surveillance company being bankrolled by the CIA. But why? Why this man? Because Peter Thiel needed a face, and according to Karp's own biographer, putting a self-described socialist in charge of a CIA-backed surveillance company was, and I'm quoting here, disarming for people who would have been otherwise inclined to view Palantir with suspicion. So the dude with the crazy hair who does things like whip out a sword while being filmed for a documentary and threaten financiers with drones filled with piss, Palantir quietly was given the keys to immigration in America and healthcare in the UK. Alex Karp is not a genius. He's not really a CEO. He's a mannequin. He's a useful pile of skin that you look at while real business happens somewhere else.
Isn't this wild?
Hey, I hope when they write his fucking eulogy, someone refers to him as a useless or useful pile of skin.
I don't
But he
even.
has the Einstein hair.
He does. See, it is just a little bit. He's goofy looking, and he clearly loves to do a lot of drugs. He's
Right.
relatable. He's
Not conventionally attractive.
right. That's kind. And I just like a CIA company, like a CIA backed thing, like that just like we just gloss right over, like that's not a big fucking deal.
Everything's CIA backed. Palantir, the cartel, whatever. It's all CIA backed. It's all
Yeah.
CIA backed.
All the Israel stuff, all the overthrows of governments, all these things that's going on, the cartels in
Yeah,
Mexico.
Hamas. It's all the same, dude.
It's
It's
all the
all the
same. It
same.
is CIA Israel stuff.
Everyone should be reading up on Curtis Yarvin, and everyone should be worried about what he theorizes. You know that old adage about companies becoming more powerful than countries? Well, that's pretty much happening, particularly when you look at tech giants like Palantir, embedding itself deeper into the state apparatus and now supply chain control, further consolidating itself into the fiber of every function within your daily life, mirroring the state itself until the two become bound together, indistinguishable.
The corporate and political classes are currently seemingly colluding to manufacture a massive socio-economic collapse in the Western world. An event of such catastrophic magnitude, it would usher in the need to entirely overhaul our contemporary political, financial, and cultural infrastructures. And that is what Palantir is laying the groundwork for. Not just a need to completely dismantle and replace these hierarchies and systems, but reimagining everything into being solely powered through AI operated entities, surveilled, dictated by the department upon free from the chaos and catastrophe of moral failure or resistant, under the premise of eliminating human error and protecting us from human corruption.
The premise of eliminating human error while creating AI errors over and over again.
Yeah,
Uh,
they'd already messed up pretty good.
As local municipalities' democratic governance power structures are disbanded, they will be replaced by authoritarian tech oligarch-run city-states with AI overlords. This is the vision of Curtis Yarvin. Peter Thiel has been long been an open, aggressive advocate for it, and also happens to be ideological force behind the Trump administration as it meshes itself deeper with Silicon Valley. They imagine a society where there is no longer a need for morality. The only dominant ethic is that of a singular corporate power, a totalitarian, unregulated, unaccountable corporate power that wields its will with might over all, that consumes and encapsulates everything. A new form of societal organization where everything runs through and from that corporation.
We should really think about this. Like, okay, we implement so much AI into our military, and we're doing AI drone strikes and this, that, and the third, whatever, whatever. So now our entire military is operated by AI drones. And then one day the AI company's like, you know what? Let's turn them against themselves.
Yeah. No, we have altogether too much fucking power to these fucking companies, and they're doing it, like I said, kind of quietly. And this is Teal. This is the guy behind the Alex Karp. So you got Alex Karp out there being a distraction. This is the evil motherfucker doing the evil shit in the shadows, is where it likes to operate in the shadows. So Palantir, a CIA front company, that's not a secret. I'm not denying that. Now has its tentacles in the food supply, our healthcare data, our growing autonomous weapons industry, the military, the entire U.S. intelligence community, Border Patrol, Space Force, and so on. Seemingly, Palantir is soon to become the test run for Jarvis's SovCorp, a privatized version of government that replaces the existing government and is ruled by a CEO dictator. That is, unless we do something about it. Guys, this is the real danger of AI, not
Have
it
they,
taking your job.
have they ever like watched a movie? Like you just need to watch like one movie to understand.
Yeah.
You
And
never let the computer take control. It
listen,
learns too much, and if it's learning from us, then it's going to be flawed. So there's no true perfect entity in their AI thing.
no, there's not. And they continue to just ignore all of that stuff. In fact, they know it. They just don't give a fuck. Like Elon Musk was in court, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this is Peter Thiel, not to forget too. Like this is all connected to the Epstein files as well.
One of the most powerful supervillains in the Epstein class. He is grossly rich, influential, and deeply eccentric, but most Americans barely notice him. He also prefers stealthy, the shadows, where secrets are currency, surveillance is power, and influence leaves no fingerprints. Thiel's name appears thousands of times in the Epstein files, with years of emails, meetings, and financial ties connecting the two. Epstein pushed him on Bitcoin, alternative currencies, investment opportunities. He invested $40 million into Thiel's Valar Ventures. Epstein introduced him to world and U.S. leaders, advised him on his public profile, and tried to involve him in financial schemes all behind the curtain. Thiel built immense wealth through Palantir, a company whose business is information, gathering it, sorting it, weaponizing it, and more recently, mining it for the Trump administration. Financial records, tax filings, health data, communications, location trails, the architecture of modern life, mapped and monetized. Thiel's worldview is simple: privacy for the powerful, transparency for everyone else. Thiel doesn't need luck. He buys outcomes. He bankrolled lawsuits that helped destroy the investigative and satirical media site Gawker. He funded J.D. Vance, and he pours money into crushing efforts to tax the super wealthy, all from behind the curtain. But we're keeping our eyes on him. To make sure you have all the details, read my latest article on Thiel's shady past for Courier.
And you should definitely check her out. But it's fucking so wild that like this guy has literally infiltrated every piece of our government. And I mean, they're not just like in bed with Israel, but like they've actively used Gaza as a testing ground for their AI and for their weapons. So they in the as you've if you watched our other videos, and if you haven't, check them out. But Israel and the United States are moving to create these tax-free zones all across Latin America as well. And this is who's fucking doing it. This is what they would rather spend their money on than to do something good for society. So Peter Thiel's CIA-backed Palantir Corporation has landed contracts with 27 plus government agencies. 27 plus.
A senior executive from NVIDIA has revealed that AI is currently more expensive than hiring and paying human workers. This highlights an important phase in the evolution of artificial intelligence. Today, companies are spending heavily on high-performance GPUs and advanced AI chips, large-scale cloud infrastructure and data centers, continuous compute power required to run, AI models, electricity and cooling systems needed to support operations. These costs add up quickly, and in some cases, organizations are spending more on AI systems than on employee salaries. However, this does not mean AI is failing. It shows that we are still in the early stage of adoption, where the technology is powerful, but not yet cost efficient at scale. What they're saying is that AI doesn't actually serve a fucking purpose, and it
Right.
doesn't make anybody any fucking money, and the bubble's going to pop. That's what they're saying.
Right. If I'm paying $60 for a microchip for my Switch, I can't imagine how much those microchips cost.
Yeah,
Like that's
no.
crazy shit right there.
Yeah, this is obviously like AI propaganda, which is just
Mhm.
crazy. Like this is like how they're selling it is like, but also like that's awful. It's not
Yeah.
making any money and it
They're not
sucks.
saving any money. The companies aren't saving any money.
Yeah, but they need this lie to continue. So the national debt, these people exceeded 100% of the GDP for the first time since 1946. So they're not producing GDP that outpaces the debt, and they're increasing the debt through their fucking slush fund that is our defense budget. This crisscross big applesauce says, in order to get out of the national debt we faced in the 1940s, raise the top marginal tax rate to 94% on income past 200K, but keep telling me we can't or shouldn't tax the rich.
That's what the reset's going to look like. I mean, if the reset is real, that's what it's going to look like.
Yeah. Let's go 3, 2, 1 now because I skipped you.
You did. Homophobia at its finest. I've worked in tech for more than 20 years. It has never been more ridiculous. And she is replying to Christopher Bajic. He hired a junior developer to write the simple code so we don't have to spend a ton of money on tokens for those basic primitive tasks. Great. So now and then Samir Gul says, great. So now you've optimized LLM costs by investing employees again.
Inventing
employees again. Full circle innovation.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I got too expensive today to hire somebody to do a job. Imagine.
That's crazy.
Fucking stupid. Good, Brad.
Last week, I read about one of the bleakest uses for Gen AI I've seen yet. First Horizon Bank is rolling out a system to detect when a call center worker was on the brink of losing it and play them an AI-made montage of family photos set to their favorite song to calm them down. This is real life, people.
Yeah.
Call center agents who have to deal with angry or perplexed customers all day tend to have stress through the roof stress levels and a high turnover rate as a result. About 53% of U.S. contact organizations within the next U.S. contact center agents who describe their stress level at work as high say they will probably leave their organization within the next 6 months, according to CMP Research's 23-24 Customer Contact Executive Benchmarking Report. Some think this is a problem artificial intelligence can fix. A well-designed algorithm could detect the signs that a call center rep is losing it and do something about it, such as send the reps a relaxing video montage of photos of their family set to music. First Horizon is using artificial intelligence and such video resets to bring a state of calm and well-being to the people who talk to customers on the phone all day.
The craziest part about this and that technology has existed already. Like the Facebook algorithm can detect a school shooter. Like it could do that. It's not the purpose they choose to use it for. It could alert cops that somebody was on the brink.
I don't think that is such a strange call me. It start pissing me off at work. It would make me more mad.
Yeah,
but popping up on my fucking screen.
Right. This is where I should be, but I'm here dealing with these people instead of the people I love.
Imagine typing out an email and then all of a sudden it's just by a shitty slideshow from pictures they stole from your Facebook.
Yeah. Or some made up memories that you can't make because you don't have the time to go make them.
Right.
Ugh.
U.S. military to build AI first fighting force with SpaceX, OpenAI, Google, NVIDIA, Reflection, Microsoft, and Amazon partnerships.
It's just the big seven tossing money back and forth.
Yeah, big boys.
The Pentagon announced agreements with SpaceX, OpenAI, Google, NVIDIA, Reflection AI, Microsoft, and Amazon Web Services as Washington expands efforts to transform the U.S. military into what the Pentagon described as an AI-first fighting force. Jesus fuck. The companies will be integrated into the Pentagon's Impact Level 6 and 7 network, environmentals handling classified sensitive military aggression, streamline data synthesis, elevate situational understanding, and augment. What the fucking word salad to steal your goddamn taxpayer dollars for nonsense. The initiative is tied to the Pentagon's broader AI acceleration strategy unveiled by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, focused on drone warfare and intelligence systems, companies owned by the Trump Dodo brothers. The U.S. Department of War allocating tens of billions of dollars to AI-driven military technology. Tens of billions of dollars to AI-driven military technology, despite growing concerns over war crimes, cybersecurity, public spending, and the potential use of these systems for domestic surveillance. You're on mute, Brad. While Brad's losing it on mute.
Tens of thousands of millions of dollars. Tens of thousands of millions.
6-7. It's all a joke. It's all a fucking
Oh,
joke.
that's cool.
Yeah.
They're still hip like that.
Fucking hilarious.
Reports indicate. Is this me?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren. Reports indicate Elon Musk controls a secretive network of over 90 companies and entities so he can hide how he spends his money. No wonder he wanted the Trump admin to look into the Corporate Transparency Act, which would have regulated those companies. I mean, we all know why Elon was in Doge. We all know that that's why he was there.
To destroy the government that would have regulated him.
Yes.
Yep. They will spend any money at all to not help people. He still hasn't paid for the end world hugger.
Yeah, that's
Just
crazy.
yeah.
It's just
Says
crazy.
said show me how to do it and I'll do it. And they're like, seriously, we just need $7 billion. The man's about to become a trillionaire. Still hasn't done it.
I feel like the next interview, it's like you ask him that question. It's like, hey, like right now, if you had the money, like pretend like you did that. You know what I mean? Like be like, hey, if you had like the money, would you end world hunger? And like put him on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't we just like asking them these questions? Like you have the ability to not like change the way that you live whatsoever. Like you'd still be a billionaire after this.
Because
why aren't you? It's
one of
crazy
the
because like as a normal person, you'd always think like, yeah, I would. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I would.
yeah.
What?
It's the same as like you try to imagine like how you could bury children alive with a bulldozer.
Right.
Or how you could support that, or how you could think that it's funny that Palestinian children are being murdered every day. It's difficult to grasp that people are this fucking evil, but they fucking are, and we have to like acknowledge it. You know, it sucks. Yeah.
Well, a dark money campaign is paying influencers to frame Chinese AI as a threat. Build American AI, a nonprofit linked to a super PAC bankrolled by executives at OpenAI and Andreessen Horowitz, is funding a campaign to spread pro-AI messaging and stoke fears about China. Silicon
China.
Valley big tech billionaires, oligarchs are funding a dark money group that pays social media influencers lots of money to spread anti-China propaganda, brainwashing people into loving US AI corporations.
Yep. That's all. We're all in a race with China. Can't let China do it. China regulates their AI.
It's crazy to me that I see so many people that are like down with the data centers, fuck them, and then they'll post an AI picture of their kids.
Yeah. It's also like China doesn't give a shit about us.
No, they don't. And they don't give a fuck about AI either. They just passed a
No, they
law
don't.
saying that you
Yeah.
can't use AI to take people's jobs. Like they're
Right.
not, it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. Christ, we are out of time and we barely got to any of that. This is crazy. We need to, you know, we need more time. All right.
Their jobs.
Yep. We need to, yeah, quit our jobs and do this more regularly. We're getting there. Little bits at a time. Thanks to you guys. Appreciate you. Until next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
Cliff notes from tonight: the billionaires actually are trying to kill us.